So I have three machines. I have three machines in this network, and the network that I'm following is this. In this network, I have network number one. And network number one has server number one that has IP address 192.168.100.10, and the second network is another server which is 10.10.10. And now I'm going to install this third server. Within this server, I'm going to have two network cards. This server will act as a router, and here it will, the first network card will be 10.10.10.1, which will act as a gateway for this machine. And I'm going to have a second network card which is 192.168.100.1. This will act as a gateway for server number 1. Once this hardware is all configured, then we're going to install RF services, and then we're going to configure our LAN router. The challenge will be to ping from server 1 to server 3, or from server 1 to your client machine. For now, they're not pinging because there is no router in between them. So in order to do this, all I need to do is I need to first make sure that I have three machines ready. So I have three machines ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log into one machine, and I'm going to log into my second machine as well, and I will just do basic ping so that I can understand that the network is fine. So here, first of all, the first very important component is that ping from all machines to each other. So here I'm pinging from all machines to all three machines. So the three machines that we are using in this, so you have server 1, server 2, and N. So guys, it doesn't matter. Your question might be, do they have Active Directory? They have DNS. We're not working with Active Directory. We're just working with pings here. We're just working on network layer. So even if you have Active Directory, even if they are joined, it doesn't matter. We are just changing IP addresses, network cards, and then we'll be pinging them together. Because we're going to install a router in between them. Yes, after. Yes, in this case, they are all on the same network. So in this case, when I'm saying that they are pinging, they're all in network one. So later on, that's before making any changes. So right here, what I'll do is, first of all, I'll go to the server and go to CMD, and then from here I'm gonna ping itself just to make sure. So here, just being extra careful. So 100.10, it is pinging itself, and let me see if it is pinging the second machine, which is 100.20. It is pinging the second machine, and let me see if the client is pinging the first machine. So this is very important just to have a basic understanding of our network. So my all machines are pinging. So see, my client is not pinging. My client is not pinging the machine. So first I need to fix these basic issues, and then I'll work on the advanced issues. So this one might be because there might be a firewall issue. Let me check the firewall. Yes, firewalls are all on this machine. So guys, you keep on checking your basics again and again, because sometimes it's a very simple issue, and then we and you're not able to move forward because there are some basic issues on this. Now I've shut down my firewall, and let's say it is still not pinging. Now the second important thing that I need to see, that what network are they on. So this is on host only. The second one is in NAT, and my client is on NAT. So this is on NAT. Now I think my server is on host only, and that has the IP address, and the NAT one is not configured. So I'm gonna disconnect NAT, and I'm gonna go into my networking here, go into network adapter, go into the network card, go into properties, go to this, and here it shows me that this is host only, which means my client machine has to be host only as well. So I'll go to my client machine and change it to host only. Once it is changed to host only, it should be able to ping. So it takes few moments, and it started pinging. So guys, the lesson learned is, whenever you're working with networking, keep on checking your basics, because the firewall might be on, it might change the network, so all that. So now I need to do the same thing on my second server. Yes, Sakib? Ping itself, ping other two. Ping itself, but now you have changed it, now there is no reason for changing. It is just in the beginning, just in the beginning. So here I'm pinging my machine, it is pinging this machine, And let me check if it is pinging the client. So client in this case, I think the client is, let's see what is my client IP address. So client IP address is, just a second, client IP config. So my client IP address is 115. Let me see if 115 is available. So 115, yes. So now all my machines are pinging with. So right after doing all these basic checks, guys, your next task is to, now I'm going to set up my server 2 as a router. Now before making it as a router, I need to add a second network card. So guys, now based on our diagram, I'm now about to set up this server. I'm not about now about to set up this server, which is second server. It already has one network card. So here, once I go into this server here, and then first of all, I'll go add a second network card and make sure they're on the same network as the other machines in this. So here I'm adding a second network card, and this is also host only. And then I'm going to go into networking and then set up IP addressing. So let's go into networking, and within this, so I have Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2. Ethernet 0 is already configured with network 1. So here, if I go to this, right here, guys, at the same time, one more thing that I want to do here, I want to do a continuous ping before making any changes. Let's see. So on this side, on server 1, I want to ping server 2 continuously. And how do you do that? You need to do ping minus T and the IP address of server 2. Because it is going to lose communication. So here, now this will keep on pinging 20. Because I'm going to change it to a router, it will lose communication, and as soon as the router is up, then it will start communicating. So here, I haven't changed the IP address yet. I haven't changed. Huh? It's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying that you can do this. It's not necessary. You are changing it to you added another NAT card, and then added. That's fine. That's fine. So guys, doesn't matter for now because you have already made changes. I'm still in the beginning. I'm still in the beginning. So what I'm doing is I'm adding the second network card. And so guys, this is what I did. So I just added two network cards. I haven't made any changes to server 2 yet. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Ethernet 0 and go to properties. And then right here, I'm going to go into this and I'm going to change this to 1. Why am I changing this to 1? Because based on my diagram, I have this card set to 100.1. So it was 100.20. I changed it to 100.1 because based on my diagram, this card will be 1. So this is done. And now, so this is done. Leave DNS as is. No need to change this. So here, once you change it, and now what I need to do, I need to change, provide IP address for the second one. What will be the IP address of second one? It will be 10.10.1, and I'm going to disable IPv6 on this. And on this, I'm going to add 10.10.10.1, and here make sure that you change the subnet mask too, because by default 10 is class A IP address. It automatically gets the class A subnet mask. So in this case, we must change it to 255.255.255.0. Sorry, and then press OK. Once you press OK, it is all done. Yes. Yes, that is why we're changing it, because all the networks should have the same subnet mask. Now, it might not be necessary in some cases, but here we're using the same subnet mask for this. Now, guys, once this is done, now you have a server with two interfaces. Guys, before I go any further, now it's time to ping. So guys, right at this point, now it is time to ping from here to here. So from this machine, you should be able to at least ping this address. And from this machine, you should be able to ping this address. This ping won't go across at the moment. You won't be able to send the ping across. But this should be able to ping this and this should be able to ping this because they are both on the same network. So let's try this out. So here, let's go on to client machine, and from client machine, first of all, let's verify our IP address. So I'm going to clear screen now, CLS, and let's verify IP address. What is my current IP address on this machine? On this machine, it is still pointing to 192.168.100.10. Guys, we need to change this to, I need to change this to 10.10.10. I haven't changed it. So on my client machine, I'm going to go to this client machine and here, and guys, I'm working on server 3 now, or the client machine 3. Here, I'll go to this settings and I'll go to TCP IP, and from here I'm going to change this to 10.10.10.10. And once this is all done, now I'll verify my IP address. Now my IP address here is 10.10. Now let me ping the gateway of this address. So here I'm going to say ping 10.10.10.1. So it is pinging 10.10.10.1. Why? Because 10 and this IP address are both on the same network. Now at the same time, not required. Not required at the moment. But once you start going to the next network, then you must use a gateway. So for now, we're just pinging its local interface. So I'm going to do the same thing from server 1. And from server 1, clear screen, I am going to ping to 192.168.100.1. Because 1 is the interface that it will be talking to. So as soon as I do this, it is pinging to 1. So now server 1 is pinging at the interface of 1 on this, and this is pinging on the interface of this. Now let me do the ultimate test, that the challenge. The challenge is I should be able to ping from here, ping to 10.10.10.10, and this will fail obviously. Why? Because there is no router in between. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to ping from here to here, or from here to here. So it can ping this server, but it cannot go across this. Why? Because there is no router yet. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start a continuous ping between this. As soon as router services start now, minus T always remember guys. Minus T means, because without minus T, it will just do 4 pings. It will just do 4 pings. But minus T means continuous ping. So it is continuously pinging it, but it is saying destination host unreachable. Because this ping cannot go across this. So, and I'm going to do the same thing from the client side. And from the client side, I'm trying to ping 192.168. And so everybody do continuous ping from client to server 1 and from server 1 to client. And here 10. And let me do continuous ping on this. So it is just failing. Guys, now as we can see, client 1 cannot go across this and server 1 cannot go across this. Why? You do have a machine with 2 network cards, but that machine cannot route traffic. It cannot act as a router. So what we need to do... Oh, your client is not pinging server 2? To its local interface, it doesn't ping? Right here, again, so no, just leave it on. Leave it on, so it should be pinging. Now guys, the real test, the real function is. So now on server 2, I'm going to add RS services. So RS services, all you need to do, go to add roles and service features. And within this, all you need to do, so go to add roles and features and go to next and go to next and go to next. And right here, you can go to remote. You can go to remote access. So as soon as you go to remote access, so go to remote access, and within remote access, all you need to do is select routing. So yesterday we selected VPN, today we need to select routing. Now, in order to make a LAN router, you need to select routing in this. As soon as you select routing and then next, and here I would say it restart. If it needs to restart, it would restart. Otherwise, it would just install routing. So all we did is to went to remote access, and then within remote access we added. Once this is done, it will stop at the close screen, and as soon as it is closed, so it won't be closing because it's not finished. So let it finish, guys. Now the role is added. As you can see, the role is right here. So on your server manager, you would be able to see the role. And now where we need to go is you can right click on this and go to remote access management. So go to remote access management. As soon as you right click on the role and say remote access management, yes. It's up to you. You can add both of them, but for now we just need routing. Yes. So here, guys, let's run the getting started wizard. We can go through a getting started wizard, or we can go through run remote access setup. So guys, select the second one. Select the second one, which is run the remote access wizard. I mean, if you're here, it is fine. If you're not here, you can also close this. You can close this all, and you can go to tools, and within tool, you can directly jump onto routing and remote access. So close this all, and here we'll go on to routing and remote access. So when you go into routing and remote access, just open routing and remote access, and within this, all we need to do is right click on this and configure routing and remote access. So guys, once RS is installed, all you need to do is go to tools and go to routing and remote access, and from here it will be down. It won't be configured. All you need to do, right click on this and say configure routing and remote access. This is where we went yesterday, and we went through VPN. Guys, today we need to make a router, and router is none of these settings. We don't need a VPN, we need a custom configuration. So here you need to go to custom configuration, and then within custom configuration, all you need to do, click next. So just remember this option. Once you're here, you need to select custom configuration and then go to next. And here you don't need VPN, you don't need dial-up, you don't need netting, you don't need dial-up, demand that. You just need LAN routing. So LAN routing, it will route the network. So LAN routing and next, and here you just finish it. As soon as it is finished, it will ask you to start, yes, and then start the service. As soon as the service is started, so now router is being started. Guys, once the router is being started, it will ask you some basic configurations as well. Sorry, huh? Excellent. So guys, router is started, and if I go to my machines here, it will, so my router is just started. Now within this router, let's jump onto network interfaces. Guys, it automatically detected that it has interface Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2 automatically selected here. If I right click on this, so you can disable routing and remote access. And this router functionality, guys, this router functionality should start working automatically. If you go under IPv4, since this router is working on IPv4 network, in IPv4 network, if you go to general, it shows you the current routes here, Ethernet 1, which is 10.10.10.1, and Ethernet 0 is this. Now here, there are no static routes on this. If you go on this, and here it says that show TCP IP information. If you go to TCP IP information, it is showing you how many IP routes are there. So the people who works on Cisco routers, it might be information that is beneficial for you. So guys, most of the time, guys, everyone, most of the time, router automatically starts working. It automatically sense what network it is connected to, and it will start making routes. Guys, as soon as the router is ready, And if I go to my server 1, this is still not pinging. Now, why this is not pinging? Because I have not set up a gateway on this machine. Because this one, it needs, for this network, it needs to know that from this server, if it need to go across, it needs a gateway, and gateway IP address should be there. So all we need to do is go back to server 1, at this point, and within server 1, go to TCP IP settings, and go to network adapter settings, go to Ethernet 0, and go to properties, go to TCP IP, and under default gateway, just configure 192.168.100.1. So the gateway will be 100.1, which means for any type of traffic that it doesn't understand, it will send it to the gateway. So before, we have never used a gateway because we never had a router. Now we do have a router, so we need to configure a gateway IP address of 1. Why am I setting it as 1? Because, guys, look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. In this diagram, my server IP address is 100.10, but my gateway is 100.1. So it should send, once it needs to ping from here to here, it will go to this, and from here the router will work, and it will sense this network card and send it to the other side. So let's try this on. So all I did is set up the gateway. As soon as I set up the gateway, I'll give it few moments, and on this side, on client side, I would set up the gateway as well. So go to your network card and go to TCP IP and set up the gateway. So in this case, the gateway is 10.10.1. So now gateway is set up. Now as soon as the gateway is set up, guys, we all can say ta-da. So which means now the client is pinging across the network, and even your server 1 is pinging across the network. So which means your router is working fine now. Now your router is able to ping from both sides. So guys, this is what you need to do again at home. Let me first stop the video, and this is how router is configured between using server 2012.